Wednesday on Mid-Morning. We talked about ways to keep your relationships from suffering if you struggle with depression.
This week in our relationship reboot, we're flipping the scenario and looking at things you can do if you are in a relationship with someone who is depressed. Our relationship guru, Dr. Kirsten Lind Seal, joins us now. Kirsten, great to have you here talking about this topic because we know millions of people are dealing with depression. So there's a pretty good chance that you could end up either in a relationship or a friendship, some sort of relationship with someone.
Exactly, yeah. Depression is something that strikes a lot of people, and one of the hard parts about it is that people don't really know sort of what to do. One of the tendencies is to kind of dismiss it or to sort of say, snap out of it, you know, or why can't you just be cheerful? And that actually tends to be not a great idea.
Well, because if you haven't experienced it, it's almost like, it seems like it's just a bad mood for someone. But you've got some really good tips, and your first one has to do with listening.
Exactly, right. So this is about validating their feelings, right? So it's important to just listen to them. Don't argue, you know, don't say, well, you know, it can't be that bad, or why are you looking at things so negatively? Just listen, because then that gives them a chance to sort of share how they are with you, and that's a really important part of kind of having them feel connected to you in the relationship, even if you're really miles apart in terms of you feeling pretty okay and them feeling really depressed.
We were just talking about this in the break, the idea of eating right and getting enough sleep.
Yes. So this seems like really simple stuff, but it's kind of foundational. And you know, when I work with people who are depressed, I'm always checking in about that. Because what we're putting into our bodies and how much sleep we're getting really has a lot to do with whether or not we can sort of fend off depression or manage it. And in fact, there's research about, it was in the last year or two, we always knew that people who were depressed had problems sleeping. But what we know now is it's actually bidirectional. So in other words, if you have problems sleeping, that can help tip you over into depression. Oh, wow. So sleep is really important.
Oh, your next one is very important, but I can imagine very difficult when you're in a relationship. You say to keep an eye on their substance abuse.
Right. Yeah. And again, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
That's
that one beer a night goes to a couple more.
Right. Exactly. And you know, and so you know, they're just sort of, you know, sort of being aware of, again, things that they're putting into their bodies. Of course, you should be aware of what you're putting into your body as well. But if someone is struggling with depression, they're a lot more sensitive to these things, and they might really be trying to sort of medicate away some of these feelings of depression.
Get them outdoors.
Get them outdoors. Again, the research on being outdoors and well-being is really, it's very strong. So, you know, come on, let's go for a walk, or let's just go to the park, or let's go down by the lake and just sit, let's have a picnic. Any of those things that you can do will be helpful.
Your last one is to get them some professional help.
Yeah.
What's a good way to approach that subject?
Well, you know, just to say, I'm worried about you, and I think we need some more support. You know, and here's the thing, if people say absolutely not, or I'm not going, or I never would do therapy, I mean, there's only so much you can do, but I would say to really keep an eye on whether things start to flip into the very dangerous territory, right, which is where you've got warning signs like they start talking about not wanting to live, they are sort of thinking about death all the time, they seem, you know, therapists talk about helpless and hopeless, and we all get helpless and hopeless, you know, sometimes we don't get a job, or someone we love dies. I mean, these are things happen in life, but if there's sort of an ongoing pattern where you feel like they've lost all hope, or they're really seeing life darkly, these are all times to really sort of say, you know what, we might need to do something else.
Sometimes when you're that loved one, you can feel very alone.
Yes, right.
What advice do you have for people?
So make sure that you are not alone, that remember you're not the Lone Ranger. You need to pull on your social support as well, you know, friends, relatives, maybe your own therapy too, because if you're in a relationship with someone who's struggling with depression and they won't get help, then you're sort of left there, like there's only a certain amount that you can do. Because, you know, it's like there's you, there's your loved one, and then there's depression. It's almost like a third party comes into the relationship. So you need help as well.
Sometimes if you need that help, you can call this hotline. It's the Crisis Connection, 612-379-6363, and they can connect you with resources and talk you through things as well.
And also, last thing is, if things seem really scary or your loved one is really suicidal, just call 911.
Yep.
Because they're trained to help you with emergencies like that.
All right, Kirsten, really good tips. Thank you.